Yeah, so hello there. It's been quite a bit of time, around 6-7 months, but I'm back now and I have a new goal. I am planning to change my life in the next 5 days. Let's go. Now, I'm pretty sure this sounds like a pretty unrealistic, very insane goal to accomplish in 5 days, especially. Like, change my life in 5 days. That sounds absolutely outrageous. But I do have a plan. You see, basically, these things called the pillars of wellness. They cover physical, mental, social, intellectual, and spiritual. Those are basically the 5 pillars of wellness. And every single day for the next 5 days, I'm going to be planning to replenish every single one of those pillars and just try to make the most of it and essentially and fundamentally change my life from the inside out. Now, this is probably going to be one of the toughest 5 days of my life and probably the next 20 minutes of yours, but I hope you guys enjoy. A like and subscribe to the channel would be very much appreciated, especially over the next 5 days. Would be very, very stressful, but hopefully at the end of this I do manage to somehow change my life, hopefully. And you guys can also journey on this with me. Yeah, grab your snacks, grab your drinks. Let's see how it went. Let's see how it went. Obviously, being my physical day, I definitely went into this with a bunch of high hopes, but the different circumstances throughout the day definitely proved otherwise. Let's see what happened. Welcome to a very cold summer morning. I'm going for a run. We'll see how it goes. Today feels like it's going to be kind of easy, but not easy, hard per se, because I'm also still recovering from pneumonia, so hopefully it goes okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So at this point is when I really started to feel the effects of that pneumonia I was talking about earlier. I was slower, my nose was running, I even started coughing up mucus and blood. But obviously I still had to hold a smile for the camera and for Jay because I didn't want to feel like a disappointment. I was lacking him behind. But at that point I really understood how important physical health is, that I actually needed to get home, rest and restore myself. And in that way I actually realized how I was supposed to replenish my physical wellness pillar in the first place. Let's have a bit of a confessional here. As I said before, I am still recovering from pneumonia, so doing this run was very, very hard. And I think that understanding the fact that we can only push our physical boundaries so far makes you really rethink how you approach the physical side of things instead of just going all in and saying, I'm gonna push myself to my hardest. I feel like I've also realized that I also need to rest for a bit and just like wind down and not push myself to my limit so hard every single time, just like I did today. Because today there's a certain point where I felt horrible. Like I was running, I was coughing up like a lot of like sputum and blood and all that stuff, and my nose was running the whole time. It was terrifying. I felt like I was gonna pass out at any moment. I felt like this one was gonna be very easy, but I feel like it almost broke me because I feel like I really underestimated how much I actually felt better instead of actually taking the time to even know if I was better at all. Things like taking meds, all that stuff, they helped, but I don't think they healed me because I'm still really in the phase of recovering from it. So I need to actually take a step back from how I'm approaching the physical side of things and just try to relax and rest and work from a place of rest. So I thought this was gonna be easy. It was not easy at all. I was gasping for breath at every single time. It was hard. It was really hard. Made it through. I thought this was gonna be easy, but it was everything but easy. I can't even work out right now. I was planning to actually come back and work out, but I feel so tired. So tired. I don't think I have the capacity to start working out. So I'm just gonna shower and take care of myself for the rest of the day. Rest is important. Taking care of yourself is important. Please understand that. It's very important, no matter how you might think about it. I really feel like feel like I really understand after today's circumstances just how important your physical health actually is. But I did understand that actually resting and all that stuff is very important for physical health. And I think understanding that is really a step forward in the future when it comes to changing my life. Because now that I've actually understood that resting is very important, I feel like I've never actually taken that into consideration in the past. Because I've constantly found myself pushing myself over and over and over again to the point where I can really do absolutely nothing. But I did end up actually taking a nap, relaxing. I did kind of like do a mini exercise, workout, all that stuff, stretches, all that stuff. But I didn't find myself really like overexerting myself and pushing myself to the limits, like going harder, because recovering is very important. Your health is very important. Skincare, very important as well. So I'm gonna clean up my face, all that stuff, and then I'm gonna go change into my pajamas, then enjoy the rest of my night. Basically, try to rest, all that stuff, replenish myself, replenish my physical pillar of health. So I'm filming a self-reflection of the day, and I feel like I've realized that a lot about me, I like to push myself very much. And guessing that today has been mostly the physical day, I realized that I really did not replenish it the way I expected it to, but the way that I needed it to. Because I thought that in order to actually accomplish my physical day and actually replenish that pillar of wellness, I needed to push myself to my freaking limits in order to actually fulfill and replenish that pillar. But once I realized that there's only so much that I can do and I actually need to rest and recover, then the work was already done, really. And I'm really understanding why today had to happen and why all the circumstances leading up to this point were very important. So I'm grateful that I was able to actually understand that being physical isn't just about working, it's also about resting. So I'm very grateful that I got to learn that today. But tomorrow is obviously a spiritual day, falling on a Sunday. They could not be a bit more perfect. So we're gonna see how tomorrow goes on. But it's currently midnight, so I need to go sleep, get up ready tomorrow so I can make sure things are done. And then, yeah, figure it out. Good morning and welcome to my spiritual day, which coincides with the Sunday, which is absolutely magnificent. So welcome, good morning. Excuse the way I look. I literally just woke up and brushed my teeth and everything. And today I'm going to church in like around an hour, 30 minutes. But I did decide that I was going to wake up and actually sit down and read my Bible and actually connect with God. Also, I've got my Bible here today. I'm going to be reading that, trying to actually connect with Him before going out into the world and actually talking about Him. Because I'm actually going to be teaching Sunday school today, which I do because I'm a Sunday school teacher. So yeah, I actually have a pretty insane goal that I want to accomplish, and that is to actually read the whole entire Bible. Now, here's the thing. This is a goal that I had around last year. I never actually got to achieve that goal because life got in the way, school and drama and all that stuff. But now that my life is actually starting to get a bit back to normal, I want to actually take the time and every single day read the Bible until I'm actually done with it, like completely. And I'm not saying done with it like it's a bad way, but to actually take the conscious time and effort to spend time with God every single day, every morning, and finish reading this whole very massive book and make sure that it's all color coded and all that. Just like here, I want everything to be, I just want to have a colorful Bible and just end up reading the whole Bible in God knows how long. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to try my very hardest to make sure that every single day I'm able to read the Bible and to talk to God and to connect with Him so that I feel close to Him. Because lately, feeling very distant in my faith. So it's been very tough to actually connect with Him and all that stuff. So I really want to try harder to make sure that, every single day I'm talking to God and I'm making sure that we are on a good page together. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to read this Bible, then go shower, change, make sure that I'm ready for church, make sure I know everything I'm going to teach, and then we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Hopefully it goes really well. So, yeah. My time in church was absolutely magnificent. I spent time with friends, I spent time with family. For the first time in such a while, I actually felt connected to God. Spending time with the kids and teaching and learning from them as well, such a significant phase in that day. And I truly felt happy on this day. This is the one where I was truly happy.
So we decided to take a walk, and I'm literally in my favorite place on the planet, this random road. It's always empty, it's always very peaceful, it's tranquil. I love it here. I love spending time here, obviously. It makes me feel at peace, like spiritual. There's just something about it that just makes me feel really good about myself and just being here. And obviously just the trees and the vegetation and literally everything here is just magnificent, effortlessly. So I love spending time here. I love just being here, and just it makes me feel grounded, makes me feel connected to God. So yeah, I come here when things are worse. Jay already knows. When things are horrible, we come here literally to just talk and experience everything around us. So being here is really good. I'm literally standing in the middle of the road, and there's no cars for miles. There's nothing here. It's just peaceful, quiet, dogs barking, but it's great though. It's really good.
Okay, so before I get into bed, don't mind the Hello Kitty. It's there for the aesthetic. And yeah, so before I get into bed, I really wanted to do a sort of like daily review. Is that the word? Review? Reflection. Yeah, that's the one. About how my day was. I really enjoyed my day. I feel like I really enjoyed the ambience, the tranquility of it. And also trying to spend time with God as well, which I really much did. I've also been journaling and like writing down. I've been having a daily like review, daily reflection. I've been writing them down in this book and everything, and I've really enjoyed like learning about myself and actually progressing as a human being and being a spiritual person, very religious person, honestly. So yeah, now that I'm going to go to bed, I feel like I want to allow myself to sleep in tomorrow, but it's just not gonna feel right. So I'm gonna have to wake up at 7 o'clock, the normal time that I normally do. But we're just gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna go to bed now. Very exhausted, very tired, but I'm very grateful that the day happened. It's almost heading to midnight, so yeah, I should probably end to bed. But yeah, the day was magnificent. I loved it so much. It was much better than yesterday, which we all know. It was very interesting, but I really enjoyed today. I really enjoyed spending time with God, spending time with my closest friends, spending time with people that I love, and just actually being aware of my spiritual state. So I feel very much connected to God right now, and I'm very grateful about that. So good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Yes, I know we're not necessarily acquainted with meeting this way, but with it being my man today, I realized that there's a lot of things that I needed to address in front of the whole world with people watching me. Because I feel like over the last couple of months, there have been some things that I've been repressing. There's some things that I have been trying to forget about that I have refused to come to terms with. But what better day than to address it on the day that I want to change my life and replenish my mental wellness below. So might as well just get into what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so quite recently, this happened. Yep, there I am. Breaking down. But it wasn't just that, it was this one as well. Yep, there's me breaking down again. So, my God, am I an ugly crier? I have no idea what in the world brought this about. Actually, I do know, that's why I'm talking about them. But all this happened in a short amount of time, within days of each other. I had 3 breakdowns. I didn't record the other one because I didn't want to record my 3rd breakdown. But what better way to just address it than right here on my mental day? So basically, this was around the time of my birthday. It's September right now. So when I mean quite recently, I mean around 2 months ago. Between my birthday and right now, I feel like I've had quite a bit of mental breakdowns, and I feel like I need to address that. Mental health is very important. Those of you who do not know, I also have a podcast that talks about mental health for teenagers. If you guys want to listen to it, links will be down below. And I feel like I've really understood over the past couple of months that mental health has been so essential for literally everything I've been doing in my whole life. I'm really sorry for intruding like this, but my mic kept on cutting out in post. I'm really having to mask it over with another voiceover. So basically I was saying, for those multiple breakdowns, especially the first one, I really understand why I broke down like that. And I'm going to explain the rest later. And at that point, my mom was gone, and none of my family was there to celebrate my birthday with me. I felt so alone. I felt so separated and detached from the world. And then from this one, days after, I think this one was on my birthday. This one and the other one was just a few days before my birthday. I remember trying to process everything that was happening in my life because I was turning 16 and I was a sophomore in high school and I was still so young, trying to process all the traumas that had happened throughout my life. And I feel like mental health just really ties everything together, if you understand me. Just ties everything together in one big knot, where if you don't have a stable mental state, then you really can't do anything with your life. I've started to understand that
Been quite a bit of time before I feel like I don't even know what to say at this point. When it comes to mental health, it's not something that I really love opening up about, especially when it comes to breaking down my mental health and experiencing mental breakdowns and emotional breakdowns like you just saw. I apologize for the ugly crying. I'm so sorry. But what I did understand from this, and why I feel like I really wanted to talk about this on this day, instead of going through and doing so many activities and all that stuff, I don't want to bore you with all that. I just wanted to have a nice sit down, heart to heart, let you know that it is okay to break down. It's okay to feel bad emotions. It's okay to feel horrible. And it's okay that sometimes you might break down the ways that you do. And it is 100% okay to break down. It's okay to feel your emotions. I feel like over the past couple of months, that's the one thing I've been trying to repress about myself. And that is expressing my emotions and feeling my emotions, especially because I feel like I've never been so disregarded so much by people that I stopped showing my emotion, or I stopped sharing things with people. I feel like that's why it was designated for this day, when I finally realized that all the things that I've been talking about, I finally understand and I finally get what I've been saying all of this time. Because I've been saying all these things, but really I've not been 100% feeling it. I kind of felt like a hypocrite. But now that I'm actually opening up about this and feeling what I'm feeling and experiencing these types of situations of mentally breaking down and having a crazy emotional breakdown and no one caring, and then speaking about my mental health in front of people watching me, gives me some type of like hope of like, Benjie, I'm human. It helps me to understand that I'm only human. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I feel emotions, and that's okay. So I'm grateful that I was able to talk about this. This was my mental health day, and really processing the things that I need to, things from my past, all that stuff. That's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to take time. I wanted to rest, especially because I'm still not better though. Try to process things from my past. Try to accept the things that happened from my past. Try to forgive myself as well for the things that I had done. And I'm actually really proud of myself for that, because recently I actually made up with someone that I had a very horrible fallout with, and just let go of that emotion and that resentment and not hatred I had towards them. And that makes me feel so much better, letting go of the past and actually accepting that these things happened, and I have to understand that they happened for a reason. So I'm very glad that I was able to talk about this. I'm very glad that my mental health day has been very interesting, or less. But now I'm going to take you over to my, what day is it? Tomorrow? Social? I think it's my social day. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this little heart to heart. This is what I really wanted to do for my mental health day, to just sit down, talk, have a nice heart to heart, and just understand each other. I hope you guys understand a bit more about me now. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I break down. And as you can imagine, I'm a very ugly crier. I hope you enjoyed my mental health day. Enjoy the social day up next. Yeah. Being socially active isn't something I've necessarily prided myself with. I'm socially awkward. Being outside is not my scene, partying, all that stuff. I'm not a storyteller. I'm not good with words. But if there is something I do know that I've prided myself with, is that I know that I am socially introverted. I know how to talk to people. I love being friendly, and I'd love to think that I'm a nice person. The reality of being social for a person like me, an ambivert like me, is that it is genuinely a terrifying process. Getting to know people without feeling judged or being misled by the wrong crowd. There's just something so unique about solitude and being alone, but not lonely at the same time. Because I have friends, I have my friend group, but I enjoy the tranquility and the ambience of being alone. And I've understood that it's okay to be alone. When it comes to being social and all that, my life does not have to be occupied by people for me to feel genuinely loved. Because love starts with me. Charity begins at home. When I started this video and I thought about what I was going to be doing for my social day, I genuinely had no idea. I thought that I was going to be going out and meeting people and taking a bunch of photos for Instagram, posting on all my social medias at the same time, when I realized that sometimes being social just means you have to be social with yourself. Understanding that it's okay to be an introvert, it's okay to be an ambivert just like I am. I'm grateful that I do know who I am and I do know myself, because in such a carefully curated, unrealistic representation of the world as it is, it's so easy to get lost and not know who you are. I'm grateful that I finally know who I am. My name is Benjie. I love making videos. I love making podcasts. I love being a content creator. I love telling stories. I like going out. I like traveling. I love nature. I love people. I love God. I love experiences, and I love sharing experiences to other people online. And I'm grateful that I know this about myself. It's okay to be socially awkward just like I am. And it's okay to not like to be with other people. It's okay that you're not part of a big crowd. Sometimes a small clique of people that you have in your life is just more than enough. Because I know who in my life are my friends. I know who I really rely on. I know who's real, I know who's fake. And I'm grateful that I've understood the difference between that. Being social has to start with me. Before I can go out and make friends, I have to be a friend to myself. I have to speak well to myself. I have to love myself just like I'd love other people. The TLC has to begin with me. So I'm glad that I know this, and I'm glad that I've understood how I needed to replenish my social pillar of wellness. Welcome to my last day, my intellectual day. So school's tomorrow. Definitely not excited for that. My plan was actually to arrange everything that I need for school tomorrow and arrange my room so I can get ready for the school year and academic year and to try my best and to work hard and all that stuff. But as you can see from the looks of my room, it's not looking good. So my plan is to try my best to arrange everything that I need to. Arrange my closet, arrange my books, arrange my bed, my whole freaking room. Try to make things actually look a bit decent before tomorrow so I can have my life in order for me to pass. I also want to set up a Notion page, my calendar, just a whole bunch of things throughout the day so that I can make sure that this academic semester I'm going to do magnificently. But now we need to get started on making sure everything is looking good. So let's start off. Where do I start? Yeah, so that's not how it happened. This is how it happened. So I'm looking at tomorrow's schedule and I've got religious studies, business studies, language/literature, I think, I have no idea. I have maths, chemistry, then a practical in the afternoon. I'm not excited for this at all. I need to set up my calendar now and make sure my Notion pages are good. I don't even know how to use Notion. It's gonna be interesting. I need to get my books out first though, so.
Yeah, so that didn't end up happening. At some point when I started writing in my calendar, I realized that why in the world am I trying to revolve my life around school? I understood that if I started to revolve my schedule around school, then I would not be happy. I realized that I needed to revolve school around my schedule so I can still have time for family and friends, for my social life and to have fun. Because if I was going to be planning out my life all around school, I was not going to be enjoying my life as a teenager. So I told myself, let me just try my best to relax and enjoy the last few remaining hours before all hell breaks loose and I'm off on a wild ride for the next 12 weeks. So this is exactly what I did. I relaxed. I got out of the house, got a breath of fresh air, went, got a haircut, felt good about myself. I enjoyed my life. I chose me.
So for the last couple of hours, I've been trying to figure out how in the world am I going to finish off this journey, to finish off this video especially. The last few days have been incredible. I've learned so much about myself and I'm afraid that that journey unfortunately has to come to an end. I've been filming and editing and I was wondering how in the world am I going to end such an incredible journey for me where I've truly enjoyed myself and learned so much about myself. From the very beginning, I thought that there was no way I was going to be able to survive through the 5 days, especially after the first day and the circumstances that happened on that day. I was sure that there was no way I would have been able to make it through today. And the question that keeps on coming up in my head is, have I actually changed my life, Benji? And the answer to that is yes, I have changed my life, for the better for that matter. I've learned so much about myself. I've realized who is Benji. This has been a very emotional journey where I was completely skeptical at the very beginning.
But as the days passed, I learned so much about myself. I accepted myself for who I am. I addressed traumas and things I had not talked about. I was okay with the mental health issues I had. I changed myself for the better and I improved myself to be the person who I actually want to be. I surrounded myself with people that I loved and I went to God when I needed him. I didn't just decide to wake up and just decide to be a better person. It took time, it took effort. It's a commitment that I didn't think that I was able to make. And I'm proud of myself for that. So I'm very grateful that I was able to go on this 5-day journey. It was absolutely incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And I'm here to stay. I'm going to try my best to be uploading more videos and try my best to be a better storyteller, because this journey has taught me that I'm able to be a storyteller. It may be hard, it may be terrifying, sometimes maybe even very confusing, but I've learned so much about myself in this short period of time. And I want to have continuing progress like this. I want to continue to learn more about myself. I want to discover my passions, what I love to do, what I love to make, the content that I love making. But thank you very much for watching this. And I'm really hoping that you enjoyed watching this journey of mine. I hope you enjoyed. If you've made it all the way to the end, make sure you subscribe, like the video. It'd be very much appreciated. I spent hundreds of hours trying to edit this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you guys want to see a video about me talk about productivity issues and how to fix them, that video will be right here. I will see you in that video.